Morning folks, there's a new day. We continue inside because outside it's raining again. It's actually a perfect summer, but at least it's not too warm for the work inside. I still have to grind a lot of areas here, and I will obviously get rid of everything, the floor panels as well, and the rest of the hoses. Let's get started. I was able to get rid of 2 of my 3 tanks. This one I think I'm gonna keep as a grey water tank for my shower, but the rest is pretty much empty. Think about sanding the entire interior as well in order to get the paint removed, but yeah, we'll see about that. It is quite an exhaustive work, I have to admit. Dirty as well, but I do make some good progress really. But to be honest, I need a break now. It is very quiet, even for an international airport like Vienna. Well, it is only 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm heading to Paris. From Paris we continue our journey to Cherbourg in the north of France, in the Normandy, where there was the 100th anniversary of the Rolex Fastnet race, with more than 440 sailboats competing for the trophy. And right now, as the boats finished the race, we have the chance to transfer a Volvo Ocean race 70-foot sailboat from Cherbourg to Vigo. I'm very excited really. It is a once-in-a-lifetime experience to cross the Bay of Biscay with a Volvo Ocean racer. They're doing speeds up to 30, maybe 35 knots, depending obviously on the wind. The forecast is very good. We may see wind speeds between 20 to 25 knots, and they will be pushing us southbound across the Bay of Biscay.
Before landing, please raise the back of your seat to an upright position, following your tray table, and fasten your seatbelt. Make sure the armrests are down and the window blinds are fully open.
After 15 hours we finally arrived at the harbor of Cherbourg. 15 hours which I spent on buses, trains and airplanes. Cherbourg has more than 78,000 citizens and hosts every second year the Rolex Fastnet race. It's a 600 nautical mile sailboat regatta which starts in Cowes on the Isle of Wight and since 2021 ends here in Cherbourg. Franz and I were invited to participate in a boat transfer once the race was finished. The boat is called Green Dragon and it is a Volvo 70 class sailboat for serious racing and competed in the 2008-2009 Volvo Ocean race when she finished 5th. Strolling through the heart of Cherbourg, we eventually had to stop for a bite. While we enjoyed local food, we talked about the upcoming adventure. Thereafter, we met with the first members of the crew and our skipper Paul. Before we finally put our souls to rest in a sweet little hotel, we had a beer at the Fastnet race after party.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
We're here in Cherbourg. It was a hell of a ride yesterday. It took me 15 hours to get here. Once, not so bad. But here we are at the boat, the Green Dragon. This is the one we are taking to Vigo. It is quite pretty. But we'll see. We're gonna do a room tour where we're gonna introduce the boat to you guys, and the skipper is here already. We're gonna do a briefing and then some provisioning, and in about maybe 3-4 hours we'll set sail. First stop is in Plymouth. We have to cross the English Channel to pick up some stuff, and then we're gonna set sail again for Vigo. The wind is perfect. We are facing something like 20 to 25 knots. From in this case, it's going to be port, and the waves are decent with 0.8 meters, 0.9. So I think we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Ja.
Yeah. Das ist für die Miriam.
Green Dragon was sparsely equipped, and it became quite obvious what it meant to sail on a Volvo Ocean race boat. Plenty of bunk beds were installed, which could be folded away when not in use. One electric toilet, a state-of-the-art stove, 2 fridges, a coffee maker, and storage for our meals. Sailor's heaven. As the boat just returned from the Fastnet race, a lot of leftovers were left behind. Especially dry food was sufficiently available.
Looks very comfortable. The bunk beds here. It's like in a bloody submarine. Nice. Oh yeah. The loo. That's very comfy. The foot. This is the area for the sails, life vests, harnesses, everything, and no windows.
Damit wir alle eine feine Woche miteinander haben, gibt es hier an Bord einfach ein paar Sachen. Wer was raucht, ich. Okay. Delay, hinten rauchen, auch bitte vapen und so weiter hinten. Wir haben hinten 2 Rettungsinseln. Die sind alle surfaciert. Eine Tonne, wo all die Flares und alles drinnen ist. Da haben wir auch noch ist eine Lampe drinnen, Flares drinnen, Rauchtopf drinnen.
It was 2 o'clock in the afternoon when everyone was on board. The harbour bridge opened 1 hour later and we headed out to sea. Our crew consisted of Paul, our skipper, Marcus and Miriam, Thomas, Björn, Philip, Peter, Daniel, Chris, Franz and myself. Altogether 11 people. Once we passed the bridge, we headed for the gas station. Unfortunately, it took us 2 hours to get the Dragon refueled, because with 70 foot it became quite difficult to find the spot.
So, Achtung, hier kommt was. Stopp. Ja, oder noch reicht. Weiter, weiter.
Reicht es?
Ja, ja, reicht. Leaving Cherbourg. Next stop, UK. Good.
What a start this was! Once we left the harbour, it took us almost 3 hours to hoist the mainsail. 3 hours which we spent sailing in the wrong direction due to the wind coming from a westerly heading. Hoisting sails on a race boat is a bit more complicated than on a regular day sailor. Tons of lines and winches, grinders and mast and boom locks for the sails too. Once we sorted it all out, we turned on a northeasterly course and finally made some speed towards Portsmouth.
Das Teil wieder voll machen den Pott.
We are here in Endeavour Cay, yeah, that's right, in Plymouth, South England. We made it through the night and we now just docked the boat here. We're gonna pick up some stuff for the boat eventually. The owner needs some stuff. I don't really know what it is and where it is. Actually, we don't really know how long it takes. Thereafter, we need to check the weather forecast. The wind is right now very good for a continuous journey. I don't really know when we can depart from here again. Maybe later the afternoon, at night, or tomorrow morning. We'll talk about that. We might get something to eat. Maybe a shower would be nice, and off we go.
Happy birthday, dear Miriam. Happy birthday to you.
It's very hot. Enjoy, guys. Oh, what's this? What's this?
Der Soße erzählt.
Nee, der Fisch.
Kaviar.
Good morning from Portsmouth. It's 5:30 in the morning. We are getting the boat ready. Sun is about to rise. We have a nice northerly breeze. Current should be pushing us westerly as well, and that would favor our departure for Vigo. I'm not quite sure yet if we are still stopping at Guernsey, but I don't think that we have time to do that. If we would go direct to Vigo, we are talking about 600 nautical miles, and if the wind is good, we should be taking about 3 days. We'll see. We have to get the boat ready now. The chip needs to be installed. One of them is already there, but chip 4 is still on the foredeck. And some lines needs to be stored as well, and that should be it. And in an hour, hopefully, we should be leaving the port, heading southbound.
It's almost like you're keeping secrets from me. When did your feelings start to drift?
Wir haben die Strömung mit uns. Oh, Wahnsinn, ein
Once we left the harbour, we followed the Solent, a channel between the Isle of Wight and mainland England. Sailing in this area means that you have to deal with a few challenges, for example, a high tidal range and a strong tidal stream. This becomes particularly important when your boat has 4.5 meters draft. Additionally, we had to bear in mind other traffic, especially while hoisting our mainsail. Huge cargo ships, hovercrafts, ferries, cruise ships and small sailboats were crossing through the Solent, and we had to be very cautious not to hit anybody. Once we reached the Needles, we were back in the English Channel and could set heading towards Brest, in the northwest of France.
Also sie will typisch essen, aber sie braucht es nicht. Ihr reicht Tomatensauce. Dann machen wir Tomatensauce. Heute live Chef Christian aus der High-End-Küche im Atlantik. Es ist eh alles fertig eigentlich. Wir haben nur die Soße, wir haben nur ein paar Würstchen geschnitten. Gourmet Treble. All good?
Occasionally the wind was quite good, blowing up to 18 knots and pushing us across the channel towards France. Sometimes, however, the wind gauge displayed only 7 to 10 knots, making it somewhat painful doing only 3 to 5 knots on a race boat.
feinstes britisches Beef mit Weiß mit Scheiß.
Autopilot.
Ein bisschen aggressiver. Es ist auch noch Wetter, Winky, Wind.
Hey, listen up, I've tried to tell you this 100 times. Not getting better by lying there pretending to cry. You on repeat, you can see, cause you have closed your eyes. You say you listen, but you're missing what it's all about. Rise up now, if you never fall.
Good morning from the Bay of Biscay. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. It's the 4th of August, and we are heading south. Yesterday, after the weather briefing, we decided to continue and base the coming today at about 9 in the evening. Pretty subject. Gusts up to 25 knots.
Are we there? We make a fish of foot out.
Heb je meg de juice blij?
Maar het is alles op YouTube. Ja, op papier.
Ja,
Super lekker. Nee.
From the moment we finished our gourmet hot dogs, we encountered some engine problems. As we used the engine to recharge our batteries every once in a while, we realized that the fuel filter became clogged. Or is it something more serious behind it?
Entfernen Sie bitte die Kappe für Einsetzen des Filters.
Sehr gerne.
Dankeschön.
Also, ist eine ganz schön Karosse drauf.
Ja.
Wenn ich sehe die Membran nur teilweise hier, die sieht jetzt nicht so schlimm aus. Aber der ist ganz schön, ich glaube, der ist schon länger nicht mehr ausgewechselt worden. Ja, der Filter war noch leer.
Ein Mechaniker Bier, warum? Warum? Weil wir Probleme mit dem Motor gehabt haben. Und was für Probleme haben wir alles mit dem Motor gehabt?
Ja.
Der Starter ist hängen geblieben, die Zuleitung ist verstopft gewesen.
Du hast aber als erstes den Spritfilter getauscht, oder?
Ah ja, wir haben
gereinigt, das Filter gereinigt.
das war Vorfilter, haben wir als erster gereinigt. Dann haben wir das neue Feinfilter ersetzt. Dann haben wir...
Dann hat Paul am Schlauch gesaugt.
Ah ja, Schlauch gesaugt, ja, haben wir auch noch.
Nichts rausgekommen.
Genau, schlechter
Dann-
Sauger.
Dann ist der Starter hängen geblieben.
Mhm.
Dann haben wir was haben wir noch mehr? Den Zulauf
Die
mal,
Zulaufhöhe haben wir mal kontrolliert, beziehungsweise diese komischen Ventile, was das waren, diese...
Ventilanlage, was war das?
komplett ersetzt.
Ja,
Komplett ersetzt, ja.
Die
ja,
war verstopft und dann haben wir einen anderen.
Fehlersuche haben wir halt, auf die Fehlersuche haben wir uns begeben, ja.
ja, Fehlersuche,
Ja.
genau.
Die war verstopft und dann haben wir den Schlauch vom Tank zum Ding.
Motor kurz geschlossen.
Genau.
Oder was?
Und deswegen
Und deswegen gibt es ein Bier für die Maintenance.
Ja, eben. So,
Prost!
Prost, zum Wohle, danke.
Eventually, it was a series of issues with the engine. After we changed the fuel filter, which was completely clogged, the engine still refused to start. We tried to pump fuel into the combustion chamber with the engine-mounted tiny hand pump. Soon we realized that the fuel lines most probably were blocked too. So we disassembled the entire system and we found the guilty part, the fuel valve. Hence we short-circuited the fuel system from the tanks directly to the fuel filter and solved the problem. With a gentle push on the starter motor, we finally were able to start the engine. That beer we really deserved.
Good morning. Welcome back to day number 4. Yeah, I think it's day number 4. We had quite an exciting night last night. We were facing wind speeds up to 32 knots coming from the easterly direction. We finally were able to really race this Volvo Ocean racer, and the top speed we made with 2 sails only was at 16 knots. And obviously these things only happened during nighttime, when we were basically getting water into the boat, filling up our cabins, and eventually we had our electric sockets at the floor level, and they were at the end underwater, creating sparks, and we were facing some serious situation
with possible fire, but quickly enough we reacted. We unplugged everything, secured everything, and nothing really happened. Underneath the winches there were 2 small holes, and we were getting water into our cabin as well. The nav station was pretty much underwater, and then in addition we were facing the traffic in the area of La Coruña. Many ships were around this area, and again it was in the middle of the night where we had to circumnavigate this area. We decided to actually get rid of ship 4, the bigger one, and the result was that the ship was stagnant in the forestay, so we could not really remove it from the mast. As I said, very exciting, but now we are finally in the area of La Coruña, seeing land for the last 3 days. I think we are something like 70 to 80 miles shy of Vigo, our final destination, and we should be there during nightfall. At about, I'm expecting midnight, maybe 3 o'clock in the morning.
Wir haben von wenig Wind bis 32 Knoten Wind gehabt, spiegelglattes Wasser bis 3-4 Meter Welle, und ich glaube, ich habe schon echt in der Woche eigentlich alles so ein bisschen mitgekriegt, was da alles auf dem Boot abläuft.
Ich habe alles gesehen, ja.
Ja.
Alles.
Motorprobleme, fast ein Brandschaden.
Feuer.
Geh raus in die Welt und genießt das Meer, würde ich sagen. Und herzlichen Dank, dass ihr da wart.
Danke an dich.
Danke.
Ja, Paul. Prost. Prost. Danke, Skipper.
Salute.
Look ahead, the sea is calm, and I know we've been through a lot, but just wait. Wait for better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn.
We are dreamers of the shore.
From door to door, we spent 9 days at sea, sailing a 70-foot Volvo Ocean race boat across the Bay of Biscay. Honestly, I came prepared for an adventure, but what we experienced on this boat was beyond everything I've ever seen before. Problems with our sails, a clogged toilet, engine issues, we almost had a fire on board, we were facing wind speeds more than 30 knots, waves beyond 4 meters, dangled sail, and we had problems with our pivoting keel. At the end, however, I was happy to finally set foot on land in Vigo. We covered a total of 900 nautical miles. We crossed the English Channel twice and the Bay of Biscay in very tricky weather conditions. It really was a great adventure, and I have to admit I did learn a lot. So a big thank you goes out to Paul, our skipper, and Marcus for the invite. Thanks to everybody who was part of the crew for this unforgettable journey and great memories. Until next time, stay safe and all the best.